game. Last play, Mitchell in motion across the formation to the right. Here comes Tech. Mason going to throw right. And Mitchell caught it. Touchdown in the end zone. Malcolm Mitchell caught it. Touchdown.
All right, so Georgia plays Vanderbilt today. There's really not much I could say other than Georgia is one of the best teams in the nation, and unless we struggle, unless we play awful, Georgia should win easily. The Ice Dogs won yesterday versus Georgia Tech 9-3. Unfortunately, the game did not have a stream, they had some connection problems in the arena. If they play tonight, I'll definitely watch that game. If they play tonight, which we'll actually look if they play tonight real quick. Georgia came out firing on all cylinders yesterday versus Tech. They won 9-3. The Ice Dogs were they look like a completely different team than what they've been the last few weeks. I mean, they tied against Auburn, and then I think they won like 4-2 versus Auburn on a Friday-Saturday series. It was just a huge difference between the way they've played the last few games and then the way they played yesterday. So Georgia in the CHS, unfortunately, the Eastern Division is 0-2. They will not play Georgia Tech again. Their next game will be October 21st versus the Vols. So we're done with hockey for a week or so. The SECHC has expanded during the offseason, so it got tougher. In my opinion, it's a tougher conference. Maybe Georgia can try to win the conference again. Now, with that being said, the Diamond Dogs return tomorrow versus UAB for a scrimmage game at 1 p.m. Thursday and Friday, they have played inter-squad scrimmage games. I do not know who won those games, to be honest. But fall baseballs are great. I mean, you got the Braves playing tonight. They're going to be playing for their season. The Yankees, the Astros, the Mariners. Over on the MLB side, the baseball season is winding down. Over on the college, we're just starting to play a few scrimmages. We'll play a few games. I know during Georgia-Florida week, so 2 weeks to be playing in Jacksonville for Georgia-Florida baseball. And then after that, the season should start late February, early March. It'll be baseball season, and that is college baseball has quickly became one of my favorite sports. I've been watching it for, I think, maybe 4 or 5 years now, and it's right up there with men's and women's basketball as one of my favorite sports. So Georgia UAB, Georgia Vanderbilt in football today. I wanted to see what the record between these teams was. A lot of people don't know this, but Wikipedia considers Georgia Vanderbilt a rivalry, which I just think is absurd. Georgia pretty much just owned Vanderbilt. They really shouldn't be considered a rivalry, but and I'm not saying that Vanderbilt can't win today because it's college football. Vanderbilt could come into this game and just shock everybody, shock Georgia, shock the world if they beat Georgia. It's possible. College football is one of those sports where no win is secured. You never have a game where you can't come into this game. Every win is not automatic. Let's just put it like that. But we'll go down here to Vanderbilt. This is the middle section of the season now. Well, next week will be actually when they play Florida, but there's not more games left. There's not many games remaining. History. So Georgia leads the series with Vanderbilt 59-20. Home record 30-7. Away record 29-13-2. Georgia's on an 11-game. That's not right. Yeah, that's not right. Last 10 matchups. One, two, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So the last few matchups, Georgia is 6-1. Largest margin of victory, 62-0 last year. Shortest margin of victory, 14-13. A lot of people do not know this. Vanderbilt actually won the first game between the team. The first game between the teams, Vanderbilt actually won. Georgia did not beat. They played in 1893 to 1995. Vanderbilt won both those games. In 1898, I'm not used to saying 18, but they played in 1893, 1895. Vanderbilt won, and then 1898, Georgia finally got a win. They won 4-0. And then after that, when you get up to the 60s, I mean it's just Georgia overall, man. I mean, they had a game. They had a game in 1991. My man Eric Zier didn't have his best day that day. He got pulled. Greg Talley came in and almost came back and won the game. But that 62-0 was in 2021 was crazy. But yeah, pretty slow day for Georgia today. You got the football game. And that's really it. So we'll check other sports real quick since we do talk about them on here. Today is the 15th. One event, yeah. The soccer team played Missouri yesterday. They won. The only sport today is football, so that's kind of all I could talk about there. So we'll end it here. Let's go Dogs. Let's get a win versus Vanderbilt.